everyone, so today I'm back with a new video to tell you all about the piercing that I got done in New York City. As I mentioned in my last video, I went to New York with my husband Renaud earlier this month. We took a 6-day trip to the city. We hadn't been in like 7 years, and the last trip was kind of a disaster just because we went with a couple of friends and one of them ended up being a nightmare, but that's a whole other story. So we decided to go to New York, and I had this one thing on my bucket list that I really wanted to get done at a certain place in London. So a little bit of a backstory, and then I'm gonna tell you all about the piercing. I've always loved piercing. Growing up, when I was a teenager, I really wanted to get one done around my mouth. My parents wouldn't allow it, but I was obsessed. I would spend hours going to the piercing place here in Brussels. I would look online. All in all, I was obsessed. And then a couple of months ago, I would say maybe a year and a half, I've always had this Pinterest board with beautiful hair piercings. And one of my friends, who is a philo blogger, she blogs about beauty in French. I will leave her website down below in case you're interested. Nadia, she actually has the most amazing hair piercings. I think she has probably like 6 or 7 in between 2 ears. And every time I see her, I always have questions and I always want to know where her jewelry is from, and I think it is so gorgeous on her. So a couple of months ago, like a year and a half maybe, I went through my Pinterest board and I started to get really into, and Nadia told me to look into Maria Tash because she has the most beautiful jewelry. And I fell in love with a certain piercing. It's called a triple forward helix, and it is so beautiful. It's still on my bucket list. It's basically this part of the ear, and you get 3 holes with, I would have gotten like 3 really tiny stars or something, a little bit tiny but really, really small. So I was pretty much set on getting this one, but with like talking with people, I realized that first of all, it's pretty harsh to have like 3 holes done in one shot. And I'm not usually someone that gets scars pretty and easily. I really struggle with that whenever I have like surgery or something like that, or just a minor cut. I always have a pretty bad scar, so I was worried about that. I thought about getting it done in London because Maria Tash has a boutique inside Liberty in London, but I never got around to it. It was still on my mind, but I was so worried about the healing process and all of that. And then I looked into Maria Tash more and more on Pinterest, on Instagram, and I fell in love with 2 piercings. And I was torn between those 2. The first one was, bear with me with the pronunciation, I think it's called a date piercing. I'm gonna insert a couple of photos for Maria Tash. I think it is so beautiful and I would love to get one down the line. But I decided to get the other one, which I'm so in love with. So I basically got my conch ears, and if you're not aware of what your conch is, it's basically this part of the ear. And I decided to get this piercing, I would say really settled down with it about 4 months ago. I really wanted to get it done, so I knew that we will be going to New York, and Maria Tash has a boutique and a piercing salon on Broadway, and it was close to our hotel anyway. So I looked into it, I looked at all the jewelry, I looked up so many videos on YouTube of people getting pierced, and I'm gonna insert the video. I actually went on a Sunday. I'm sorry about the lighting. I can see in the viewfinder that it keeps changing. It's because it's like sunny and cloudy outside. So I'm sorry about that. I still have my ring light on, but I feel like it's just changing too much. So I'm gonna insert the video of me getting pierced in New York because Renaud filmed it for me. We went on the Sunday morning, and I'm gonna insert the clip here.
He's gonna be so disappointed because this is a lot of boring stuff for about a split second of excitement, you know? Alright, let me just dry that off. Are you visiting? Or?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
How long are you here?
We're leaving on Wednesday.
Very nice.
So 6 days.
Did you get the nice weather yesterday then?
Yes, we
You
did.
enjoyed
We
one
did.
good day,
Yeah,
right?
we went biking in Central Park. It was so lovely.
Yeah, it was a really great day for that. I'm desperate for it to just finally be nice for me.
Yeah, I know. This morning I was like checking the weather. It was like 4 degrees. I was like,
have
are
a
you
day.
joking? Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Here's your pen. You get to keep that, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, my friend. Let me show you your proof that everything has been sterilized. I've got your black line under the green, your initials. I'll keep going with your paperwork, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, quick and easy. My 2 fingers go behind your ear. We get lined up. You breathe in, I pierce you when you breathe out. We slide in your jewelry, come like that,
Okay.
okay? I am gonna be nice to you, so don't you worry. That's how we keep busy. No torture, right? Totally different line of work. I'm not that person.
Thankfully.
Yes.
For me.
Yes. And everyone who's come before you. All right, wonderful. Sit up straight for me, and I'll have you just turn your head that way. So I'm just gonna line up. Breathe in and out. That's it. You all right?
Yeah.
Pretty
Doing
easy.
your thing.
I know. I'm pretty all right, huh?
Yeah, you're the
Good.
best.
All right, thank you. This will just feel like sliding. It feels weird. You have a little tool in your ear right now. And your own personal paparazzi, of course. Just sliding. Perfect. Let me scramble the front part.
J'ai rien senti?
Not bad, right?
No.
Told you I wouldn't torture you.
Yeah, I was twisting out. I was like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be painful.
It's seldom ever worth the stress, to be totally honest with you. It's usually easier than like tweezing your eyebrows.
That's gonna be bad news for my mom if I don't feel a thing. I might do some others.
Yeah, really. Sorry, Mom. But you know what? There are worse things. At least you choose nice jewelry, right?
Yeah, that's what everyone kept saying.
That's
At
right.
least it's pretty.
That's right. Okay, give me one moment and I will show you. How do you feel? You okay? You're not lightheaded or dizzy? or
No,
anything
absolutely
like
not.
that?
I feel
can't wait
great.
to show you. It's beautiful.
C'est beau?
You tell me.
Oh god, I love
You
it.
love it? Hooray!
C'est canon, no?
Look at that smile.
It's perfect.
There it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's
So as you can see in the video, I was completely blown away because I didn't feel a thing. It was just crazy. There was a lovely girl just before me getting her, I think a 3rd hole in her lobe, and she was screaming in pain. Like she had tears and it was just bad. So I was stressing out. I got pierced by a lovely woman. She was named Ashley. She was the best. She explained the whole thing to me because it was my first piercing. And as I told you, I didn't feel a thing. You basically inhale and they pierce when you exhale. And I didn't feel anything. It was just so crazy. I was like, Renaud, is there really a needle in my ear? Because I didn't feel a thing. I remember when I got my lobe pierced, I was 13 years old. And that was painful. It wasn't like unbearable, but I felt like someone stapled something on my ear. And this time I felt nothing. So she pierced it, she put the jewelry on for me. And then that was it. I got my ears a little bit red for like, I would say 3-4 hours, but it wasn't painful at all. And I remember we went straight for drinks afterward because I wanted to celebrate. And I couldn't stop staring. There was like this mirror behind the bars and like the bottles, and I couldn't stop staring at my ear. I was like, this is so pretty. So I decided to get, I believe this is called the 3 flowers garland. They have so many beautiful jewelry that you can pick and choose from. They have the same one with 5, which I thought was a little bit big for my ear. You can put like a hoop in it. They have this really cute like thunder, which is so beautiful. But this one is in white gold with diamonds. Let me just run to my bathroom because I'm gonna show you the product that I use to clean this up. So here we are. So basically what they recommended, they gave me like a full double-sided sheet with all the recommendations. They recommend to clean your piercing twice a day with a saline solution. So I got mine from Walgreens, just because it was the first pharmacy that I came to. The only annoying thing is that this is a spray, but it's a really like tough, serious spray. So I don't use it like straight onto my ear. I first use like a cotton pad. I bought like, you know, special like surgery, post-surgery pads, but really it doesn't make a difference. So I switched back to my normal pads. I soak it in this saline solution and then I just let it rest on my piercing for like 3 or 4 minutes. And then I take a cotton bud, I fill it with this product, and then I just clean around the piercing in the front and at the back. And I usually ask Renaud to check the back like 2 to 3 times a week, just to make sure. But I cannot believe how well I'm healing. It's not painful at all. Like right now, I'm not feeling anything. It's a little bit painful when I'm sleeping because I'm always turning from side to side when I sleep. And to be honest, if I lay down straight onto my ear, it hurts a little bit, but it's nothing terrible by any means. So they told me that the whole healing process takes between 6 months to a year, so you're not supposed to remove your piercing during that time. Not that I ever want to, because I feel like this is such a beautiful piercing. But yeah, so that's basically it. I'm healing really well. I'm so happy. I cannot wait. The thing is that once I got pierced and I didn't feel a thing, and I saw that I was healing properly and all of that, I was like, this is the beginning of something else, because I still want to get the triple helix, forward helix down the line. I really want to get the date pierced, maybe on the other side, because it's gonna be a little bit much on this ear. And we went to see the Avengers movie the other day, and Gwyneth Paltrow had the most beautiful jewelry just right here. I'm not sure of the name of this part because I never considered it, but seeing her beautiful piercing and jewelry, I was like, yeah, that might be on my bucket list. So if you want to know more about Maria Tash, I'm gonna leave the website down below. I highly recommend it. Everything was really professional, really super clean. I'm so happy with everything, from the service to the piercing in itself to the jewelry. I couldn't have had better experience. If you have any questions about the piercing, if you want to know anything specific, leave it down in the comments below. I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Not that I'm a piercing expert by any means, but it was my first piercing, and I would love to share more with you in case you have any questions. And yeah, I'll be back soon. I'm still working on a couple of blog posts about New York, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye bye.